What's up, guys? Welcome back. The day after a fantastic win, it feels even better the day after because you have time to process everything a little bit more and you can enjoy it a little bit more. Usually, I rewatch the game a second times, and for once in a very long time, I really enjoy rewatching a game because it was so telling. So the topic of this show is, was Motta right all along? Do we own him, excuse me, an apology? Not just for yesterday, and I'm talking about first half versus second half, but just in general, because he was talking about something post game, or he was asked something, excuse me, post game, that gave me that impression that the media or the journalists were trying to push that narrative that do the fans need to apologize to you and the squad. So that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it can get out of hand if it gets taken out of context on social media. So before we get into it, as always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and again, apologies for my voice. It's still not completely back, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's talk about today's topic. Okay, so I chose this topic because post game, one of the questions of the journalist in his presser was if the fans were kind of misjudging you, so Motta, and the group, and whatever we were trying to do on that pitch, basically. And are you, have you entered into the hearts of the fans? That was basically what the question was. And I know that if it gets reported a bit strange, it gets taken out of context and he will get attacked, which is not fair, because he responded in a very proper way. He said, that's not on me to judge. That's on the fans. He said, the win is also not on me. It's on the players. I sent them out there. I tell them what to do, and they need to execute. If they do that, that's on them. They do the work, not me. He said, the training sessions are on point because the players, they give them all every single week, even in games, and they deserve, he said, not me, he said the players, and he specified again, he said the players, they deserve the support and the respect of the fans because they are doing their best. So he was trying to say that do not let any slight attention come up, or like narrative arise, come to life, that the players are not giving it all, that the players are not trying to do their all, to try to win games, And was he right all along? Because the way we play, take the first half, because I think this game was so telling about what we can do and what we also do at times, The first half against the second half, And you might say, well, in the second half, Inter just stepped down. Maybe, but we nullified them. Like, we were on the second ball most of the time, which was not the case in the first half. We tried to defend much higher, which was case in the first half, but we just, got caught out so many times because not everybody was on the same page. And if that's the case, then Dumfries is going to eat like he was eating Savona alive, And if somebody doesn't cover, doesn't pick up positions for the guy to step up, you will look all over the place, which we did in the first half. Forget about the chances we had in the first half. Inter were the better side. They were dominating, And Lautaro, it's not like Di Gregorio had a save for two that he needed to make. It's not that they had abundance of chances, but opportunities that they messed up, Lautaro, a bad touch or a wrong decision. They hit the post, Dumfries, even though I think Di Gregorio would have always saved that because it was near his post. It was he had it, but still they made technical errors which got us off the hook, And in the second half, it's a different Juve. It's a Juve who out of nowhere technically plays well, like really well, and excuse me. And that's something he alluded to in the presser. He said it needs to come from us, from the players, from ourselves, to just basically step up, show some backbone and believe in yourself. Because like we saw in the second half, we can play technically well. We can bob the ball around. We can make the right decisions. We can step up. Gatti did it a few times. Thuram did it multiple times. Step up and carry the ball through three players pass to break it open, which we didn't do in the first half. Take a little bit more of a risk, and link up, overlap, like just show some more intent, be more courageous, he said, basically. And then the technique basically comes from itself, because technically we don't have a poor squad. We can talk about Koopmeiners, who was excellent as well in the second half. Technically, he's not a bad player. All the players we have, like if you want to talk about real technical ability, it's probably Savona and Gatti, who are technically not fantastic. And for a defender, it is what it is, I guess. But like ability to play football, that team out there looked so bad in the first half on a technical level, and it was causing us problems. And Motta said in the second half, that was kind of the change, the mindset that we can play. We're at home, we're gonna play, and that was the difference. And that's my point. This is what Motta wants to do all season long. It's not coming off. It's coming off now, not consistent over 90 minutes. That's a fact, because we won 4 games in a row. Against Empoli, we were in trouble up to a certain point, and then we took off. Against Como, we didn't play a good game. Really, we won that game, but we didn't play a good game. You need to keep that in mind as well. Against PSV, I thought we played a good game, not the perfect game. We deserved that win, fine. But overall, maybe the second half we dropped off again against PSV. And yesterday, we played a poor first half. We did create chances, but in the second half, I thought we were on point on every single level. Defensively, the way we shaped up, the way we attacked, the way we covered each other, that is what he was asking. He said, if you want to win stuff, you also need to do that extra, he was saying. And that's what I think he meant by covering. If Vega steps up, somebody else needs to make that run, to even if Vega messes up, for example, and he doesn't get the ball, somebody needs to go out there. Otherwise, Dumfries is gone again. So do we own Motta an apology? No, I don't think so. Because I think we were right when we said this and this is not good. Because even the starting lineup, I thought in the first half, it caused us problems. Savona on the left, he struggles on the left. Really. Like, I feel for him. I really feel for him. I thought the midfield was struggling. I thought Koopmeiners was trying to press, but nobody was falling. I thought in the first half, McKennie was a bit lost up to the 35th minute, and Gonzalez was running, but he couldn't keep hold of the ball enough, in my opinion, which I think Yildiz can do, because technically he's better and he keeps it close to his feet, So there were some issues where I was like, okay, you're causing this, to be honest, But in the second half, the mindset changed with the same squad. Yes, Cambiaso came in, and that makes a big difference, Even towards the end, I think there was a last seconds, he drives the midfield and he loses the ball and goes out for a throw-in. That already pissed me off, because that's something that cost us in the past, but fine, we got away with it. He blew the whistle. It helps, but that's my point. In the second half, everybody stepped up. The mentality changed. It were the same players, but the mindset changed. So I do apologize for Motta for doubting the starting 11 maybe in the first half, because it worked in the second half, to be honest. And obviously Colomani makes a difference, and Vega, excellent. So the new guys are definitely helping, which is good. Now Kalulu potentially comes back, so that gives us more breathing room as well. It's going to be interesting to see how Motta's going to fix that or rotate with that. But yeah, man, it's a good win. It's a good feel factor. But now focus back on PSV. Job is not done. It's going to be difficult at PSV. I watched them against Utrecht. They didn't look good. I'm not going to lie. They drew that game very late. They didn't deserve to get a point out of that game, if I'm being completely honest. But they attack a lot, and they are going to cause us problems because they have nothing to lose. They have absolutely nothing to lose, and they score a lot of goals. However, they do leave a lot of space, So it's up to us to punish them, really punish them every single time we go in front of goal, basically. But yeah, onto Wednesday, because that is important, especially financially, because I don't think anyone believes we're going to win the Champions League, but financially, we need that win on Wednesday. But yeah, that's it for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, until tomorrow. Ciao.